Hello, welcome to REWIR, presented by SOPHRAXIA. My name is Christopher, and I'll be your guide today as we continue with our focus on this month's topic of staying steady. And so, when you're learning SOPHRAXIA and you're learning to train the mind, it's really tempting to think you're going to instantly understand what's going on. Um, that you'll instantly be able to apply the practice, or that you'll understand what it is that we're doing or get it right every time, or whether it's any of the subjects we've been talking about, staying steady, finding balance, calming an anxious mind. You know, when you come to it, it's really a simple process, what we're talking about here in Rewire. But it's in no way easy, and it can sometimes be very challenging. And so it doesn't matter really what it is that you're learning. You can apply it to anything. So I started playing the piano. I don't come from a musical family. I don't never had a piano. My grandmother had an organ that kind of collected dust. Nobody played it, so it just sat there. And so my sister uh, landed us a piano. Her neighbor was getting rid of a piano. Do you want it? Yes, and we got it. And also, Heather, thank you. And thank you to your neighbor. I forgot your name, but really, thank you so much for this piano. Um, and uh, I started playing. I looked up, I want to play a song, looked up how to do it online, let the scroller come. And I thought, in a week, easy, I'll be able to play this thing. Um, it's been way longer than a week, and I'm absolutely still terrible. And I just thought that by now I would be rocking out, not like Elton John, but close, um, on this thing, like something corporate just going. And it's not, I can't do that. I'm not even close. And I'm still pretty terrible. I've had some friends over, I played for them, still terrible. But it's the process, and we talk about the R&R, and we talk about recognizing, noting, and returning in terms of moments, right? Um, and that those moments, we can apply it to single moments, and we can also apply it to the bigger picture in those moments, because we got to remember the intention. I think that's really what it comes down to, is the intention. Is my intention to learn how to play the piano? If it is, then continue. Is my intention to just mess around with it? Do I really want to learn this song? Wherever it is in that, matches my level of commitment. And when the moment comes up to either do it or not, or to, when the days that it really doesn't feel good or it doesn't sound good, to continue going with it, because the intention is to be able to play the song. So when you're training the mind and when you're learning Sophraxia, wherever you are in it, wherever's in season, whatever skill you're looking to do, or looking to, explore, not even necessarily improve, but just explore, patience, restlessness, calm, courage, any of those things. We you choose those actions, and you engage with those in the moment, and then also in the bigger picture, right? And you can apply that to things that you're doing in your life, and goals that you're going for, um, things that you want to achieve. Find, and I'm encouraging you to find other areas that you can apply that to, because it's not just a one-time thing. You can feel free to experiment with your life and with this technique, and find ways to go. Because I didn't think about, applying it to the piano, but it turns out it's the same. I recognize that I'm not where I want to be. That's an unrealistic expectation, to sit down in a week, I'm going to be able to play this thing. Um, so that's an outcome. And I noted that as an outcome and an unrealistic expectation, because I don't want to have tension in my mind when I sit down to play. If I'm thinking about that I should be somewhere along this, you know, who knows how long that's going to take? I can estimate it maybe, but I don't really know. That can create some tension, rather than just enjoying the process along the way. And then someday, maybe I'll be able to play the song. But if not, I'll be enjoying the time along the way. And it's been hilarious and fun and enjoyable already. Um, so when you recognize, and you return, when you're applying it to Sophraxia practices, you know, Have fun with it. Keep it light. There's no need to add any more tension or any more pressure or any more stress about having to learn this technique in a certain time or by a certain way, because I always have to come back and remind myself also that learning is like a light switch. You think it's not a light switch, it's a dimmer switch. There's some uh, misconception out there that like it's a light switch and oh my, I went from nothing to completely understanding how to play the piano. No, it's a dimmer switch. And I don't know, you never know when you'll be fully illuminated, if ever. Um, but along the way, incrementally, things it becomes more familiar. It, the time it takes to recognize it might be a little less, or the time it takes for that feeling to pass or to recognize that the feeling has passed, you know? There's so many more indications about where you are in your practice than there are destinations to reach, you know? So explore that a little bit. I think we'll leave that there for now. Um, and you don't have to worry about it right now. Just get comfortable where you are. So with that, let's train. I have planned for, yeah, we've got plenty of time. I have a 10-minute meditative, 10-minute training today. So get comfortable where you are, back straight, eyes open, nice soft focus. Few breaths, just letting the body settle. If you haven't already, go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to start with some box breathing. We'll inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold 4 seconds, and we'll repeat. I'll guide you. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale, 2, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, last breath. Inhale, hold, exhale, and just let the breath come right back to normal. Bring your attention to any sounds around you. We're just going to check in with the body, scan from head to toe. Just checking to see how the body feels. Any stillness or restlessness. Any stillness, tension, or lightness. Just checking, not trying to change it. Just observing. And we're going to rest the attention on the breath. Are your breaths long, short, deep, or shallow? Just observing. We're just observing the sensation of the breath. The chest expands. If your mind wanders, you realize you're distracted. Just note that distraction and return back to the breath. Notice your posture and observe the breath. When your mind wanders, just recognize, note, and return to the breath. And bring your attention back to where you are. But let the mind be free. Let it do whatever it wants to do. No restraints on your thoughts. And bringing your attention back to where you are. Any sounds around you? Some feeling of weight. And when you're ready, open your eyes. You're welcome to have a stretch if you'd like. That feels right. And so it's just important for us to remember, you know, that it is a process. When we're learning new skills, whether we're learning Sophraxia, we're learning anything else, you know, the learning process is much more of a light switch, a sudden, gradual, steady progression than it is an all of a sudden uh, understanding. And when we apply the R&R to the moments, we can also be aware of where in our lives are, is it more of a, it's not, it's a series of moments. And what series of moments are you working on? What larger goal, what larger process, what's your intention with this practice? What's the intention of where you want to go? So you can make decisions along the way. You can start being steady in a purposeful way, and with the intention that you like. And so you got to trust the process with that, and there's a lot of kindness when it comes into that, and it's a lot of courage to continue on. So I hope you take that with you after this class. And of course, I'd like to know, where in your life are you expecting instant progress when what you really need is a steady practice? And feel free to message us, put it in the comments. Love to hear about it. Where in your life are you expecting steady, instant progress when what you really need is a steady process and practice? I'd love to hear from you. So thanks for joining me tonight for Rewire, presented by Sophraxia. My name is Christopher. Thank you for joining. And remember, be self-aware, no pressure, just practice.